guys, what's going on? Today I'll be showcasing you why Gholdengo is one of the best Pokemon and why you should get him first, because he absolutely carries you throughout the whole game, just through raids, through competitive battles, farming money and everything as well. Like literally everything, it literally does everything, this Gholdengo guy. It's so good for that, and I'll show you guys the builds. So firstly we have the build for making money. This is the build that I'm using to make to go through Ace Academy runs. It doesn't have the amulet coin in here, but you'll want to run it with amulet coin. Make it rain, shadow ball, nasty plot, flash cannon. Nasty plot could potentially be recovered too, depends on what you need, but usually I'm fine with nasty plot. Usually don't press this button, usually I press make it rain or shadow ball, and make sure you max PP the max make it rain. And then what EVs you want is you want to have modest nature with 252 HP and 252 special attack and 4 speed extra IVs. You want to be as tanky as possible, does do the most damage, and also because Pokemon aren't EV trained, that means in the tournaments you'll usually outspeed with your great base speed. What really carries this guy for every single section of the game is his ability, good as gold. What his ability does basically makes him immune to status moves, so you can't get taunted, you can't get Will-O-Wisps, you can't get yawned, you can't get paralyzed. You can get frozen and paralyzed if it's a secondary effect of a move, but if it's like just a move like Will-O-Wisp or like just a like Thunder Wave or yawn, you cannot get sleep or anything like that, which will carry you through the max raid battles. And yeah, because the AI is really bad, sometimes they'll continue using that spell, which is ineffective against you, and you'll be able to survive the max raid battles or the Tera raid battles really easily, because they keep on spamming the status abilities and doing no damage to you. And this build also works for raids as well, but is a little bit slower compared to the actual build. I'll showcase you this build for max raids as well, so you can get the understanding of why this guy is very good. So I'm challenging a 4-star raid just to showcase you guys. I'll challenge a 5-star and a 6-star raid as well, but you can, if you're level 100 and you have those EVs trained, you'll be able to easily crush these solo. Remember, when you're playing raids solo, your timer does not go down if the AI dies, but the timer does go down if you die, so make sure you stay safe and don't die. But usually it's fine if you take two or even 3 deaths in one raid by yourself. That is why solo raids are much better. But as you can see, like, all I have to do for this build works for Ace Academy, and also for max raid battles. You just absolutely chunk these guys down for some reason. You just completely chunk, and if remember the mechanic, when they shield up, you want to terraform. Even if you're not effective against it, you want to terraform to do the most damage against that shield, because it just, I don't know how it's coded, but it's just coded in a way where if you don't terraform, you just do less damage. But unfortunately I can't terraform just yet, but we'll probably kill him because this guy's a weak Pokemon. But I have to say, Gholdengo has a chance to be able to successfully clear solo. You can solo clear dens like 60% of the time, maybe even 70 to 80% of the time, depending on the Tera typing and what Pokemon you're actually against. If they're like heavily specially defensive, or if they're like very weak, you can probably even squeeze away. And this applies for this is applying for 6-star raids, because 4 to 5 stars, if you're level 100 and you have the stats, it's 100, like, it doesn't matter what you're against, you'll probably most likely will be able to solo them, and you'll probably be able to go online and not grieve people with Gholdengo as well, just pressing shadow ball or flash cannon, depending on what's more effective. As you can see, we crushed the 4-star raid. You've already seen my video of me doing the Ace Academy stuff with Gholdengo, so that really showcases you already. If you missed that, link in the description below, or just watch it in the recommendations or something. But yeah, it does making money very well, because it has the signature ability Make It Rain, and which will give you extra money after you defeat a trainer. And yeah, it just showcases you the utility of this guy. But anyway, let's quickly find a 5-star raid for you guys. Alright, we finally found a 5-star raid, and we're gonna challenge it alone. I think this one will be really good to showcase you guys why the ability is actually so good. The other ones you don't really get to see, but this guy might have Thunder Wave, I'm not too sure of. But like, if like a Pokemon in a raid uses Thunder Wave or Yawn, they will prioritize, actually, the AI will actually prioritize using that on you until, on the Pokemon, until it gets that status condition before it attacks. So the AI kind of sometimes bugs and like does it 4 to 5 times in a row, and that's like 4 to 5 times in a row that you're actually not taking a lot of damage, which is really, really nice, because even though Gholdengo's got some good defensive stats, you know, after he's still a little bit frail on the HP side, I do have to say. So yeah, this might take a little while, so we'll try to fast forward it if possible. Unfortunately, I can't really showcase you guys at this because the bronze one doesn't have any status condition. He's just paying me back, which is unfortunate. But here you go. This is what you have to do when the shield comes up. You have to just terrestrialize, and you'll just be able to hit it. This is taking a little bit longer. This takes longer than the other build. It takes about the same amount of time to clear a raid solo with both builds. The actual build to use, where you go for Steel Beam spam instead. But this one is more universal and more consistent for more of the content. This is why I like this build and why it's so strong, because you can, you know, just go straight into farming some ace tournaments after going for some raid battles and stuff. You can easily hop in and out of each different type of content that you want to do, and it's just overall very good. If you're playing online, you also have the option to go for the nasty plot stuff, because a lot of people in the 6-star raids are like, you know, screeching, metal sounding, setting up, and you don't want to ruin their setup by attacking the Pokemon, because if you attack it, if you do enough damage to it, they'll wipe out the negative or the positive buffs from your side, or the negative buffs from their own side, and that will just ruin their setup. So you want to be, you know, be mindful of that when you're joining a public raid, and you know, go with them with the nasty plot. As you can see, I died here, but it's not a problem, because we have so much time, and yeah, I think we'll be able to clear this quite easily actually. Even though the time did drop, remember, your time drops if you die in a solo raid, but if the AI dies, it's okay. So usually that's why it's much easier. You'll probably find it'll be much easier to do raid solo compared to online, because online there's a lot of griefers at the moment. They don't know what they're doing. They're bringing some like level 40 Pokemon just because it's for the type. But remember this, for level 5 you want to have roughly around level 75 Pokemon, and for higher than that, for level 6 raids, you probably want level 90 to 100 Pokemon. So we found the 6-star raid. I don't think this one will be possible to solo, but I will give it a good darn try, because I think it's Umbreon 6-star raid, but we'll see. So on for 6-star raids, to solo them as Gholdengo with this build, it's possible with both builds, right? You have to get a little bit lucky, because this one's a type disadvantage. Oh wait, it's not Gholdengo. I don't know what it is, but is it Umbreon? It's Umbreon, so this one might be a little bit tough, but we'll see. But yeah, the 6-star raids are the same. We just spam one button and we should be pretty good, pretty golden. Why Umbreon might be tough, because he's got a good offensive stat against us, which is Dark type. So yeah, we might not be able to survive. Yeah, it's looking pretty tough for us. But I have to say, Gholdengo though on 6-star raids will have a good chance at doing them. I would say around 60 to 70% of all the raids you'll be able to do, because it has a really good typing with its ability. It can do a lot of raids, but maybe we can clutch this one, who knows, because sometimes they waste a lot of moves, a lot of damage on, for example here, they used a status ability, and I have good as gold, so they just wasted damage. So they could have foul played instead, but instead they status me, so now we saved up the below damage. And yeah, we just slowly chick them away. You're probably worried about timer, but it's about the same. As you can see, it's good as gold is kicking in again. Really, really strong for raids to solo them. And yeah, anyway, we'll quickly solo. We'll just quickly speed this up, and I'll see you if we complete this. If not, we'll find another 6-star raid to do. So we couldn't do that one. That was just a good showcase that you can't have the perfect Pokemon to solo every single raid. There are still type disadvantages, and however strong you are, there's no way you can overcome them. But this one looks doable because he's fairy based and we're a steel type, and he has the offensive typing is fine for Gholdengo, which is still ghost type. Usually you can attack everything at least effective, but the problem is his defensive typing of ghost still makes some raids kind of impossible. That's why I say 80% of the time you might not be able to you just might not be able to clear him. But because this guy's a fairy type, it's very likely, and its Tera type is rock, so we get hit him for effective damage, and we should be able to chunk this guy down eventually. And this guy seems to have a lot of status moves, as my thing is proccing quite a lot. But yeah, this will take some time, so we'll just fast forward the video a little bit. We got to the shield, and it's a little over half time, which is pretty good. And yeah, it looks like it's going smoothly. I think we'll be able to do this with a few, with maybe 1 or 2 deaths here. Probably 1.5. Not sure yet, but yeah, looks like we're gonna be able to complete this one. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty good for soloing most stuff and the most content in the game, but it's not perfect, right? But this is a great starting point. It is pretty hard to get this Gholdengo. You have to collect 999 GMAX coins, but if you're like camping out the watchtowers and moving the day forward, I think you'll be able to quickly access it really quickly. So yeah. So this one's pretty close. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. We're pretty close. We're probably gonna take 1 more death before, or we'll see. We might die 1 more time before we finish it, but we have like loads of spare time, and all I did was just spam Shadow Ball. See, as you can see, we just completed the 6-star raid using this build. There's also the other build I will showcase you, but as you can see, this build works just as well, just because of how good the Pokemon actually is for these solo battles, and how strong Make It Rain is for Ace Academy and stuff like that. And yeah, we just kind of spammed Shadow Ball, Tera when he had shield, and we kind of cruised through that raid very easily. Very easily. Yeah, as you can see, 6-star Deshbun in the bag. So here's the other build. We're running Metal Coat here. Nasty Plot, we're gonna use that 3 times first. Make sure you use that 3 times, and then we're gonna use the Metal Sound 3 times to lower its stat by 6, because there's only 6 stages, and we're gonna increase our special attack by 6 stages as well. Remember, Metal Sound can't be used when he has Tera Shield on, so it doesn't affect him, it just doesn't work, okay? And then we're just gonna have Steel Beam. Then we're gonna Steel Beam, and you're gonna chunk them down, you're gonna have haha giggles, because you're like 2-shotting this guy. But yeah, this is the other build that you can run for it, but I'm just gonna, as you can see, like this build works for it as well. The one that you can use for Ace Academy, and yeah. And lastly, for the competitive one, how to transition this guy to VGC or whatever competitive format you want to use him in. Right now he's currently used as a Choice Scarf guy. This guy has Trick, that's why he's a really good Choice Scarf, because you can Choice Scarf Trick it into someone that's setting up, making him completely useless. For example, a lot of people are running Iron Hands with Belly Drums. People are running a lot of Sword Dance, Dragon Dance stuff. This will make sure that after they set up their Dragon Dance or Belly Drum, they have to keep on pressing the Belly Drum or Dragon Dance button, meaning they can't utilize their buffs, so they have to switch out, and that will lose their buffs. And then you want to run Make It Rain. If you don't need the trick, you want to make it rain. And this move, it does so much damage. It's like hits both the targets. It lowers your attack, of course, but like your special attack, but it does so much damage. You probably get 2 knockouts before this guy dies, and he's pretty yeah, and that's the general strategy of this guy. You just want to be as fast as possible, kill as soon as possible. Other people are running more of a safe set with Cassie Berry, and the trick is replaced with a protect, and this will does the same thing, but you have a protect, and you have a chance of surviving other stuff, but you aren't as fast, and you lose a little bit of utility with the trick choice card stuff. But anyway guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I've proved to you that Gholdengo is one of the best Pokemon in the game for, you know, PvE experience, and yeah, and can transition pretty well to your competitive playing online ranked battles. Anyway guys, remember to like, comment and subscribe, and tell me what you think about Gholdengo, and I'll see you guys on the next video.